I'm doing okay.
Doing good?
I guess I'm doing okay.
You guys are doing all right. Good. Great. So, first, could you just tell us a little bit about the program that you were in? Was it 5 years ago?
Yep, it was 5 years ago when I was still in 5th grade in Queens, Flushing, PS24.
Yeah. And, yeah. And so can you tell us a little bit about the impact that that program had?
Well, for me, my first impression when I heard of elders share their arts, I was like, wait, what is this? So elders are going to share their arts with us? So I really didn't know about that program that much first until I actually got involved with it. So first of all, I went there and then we got to know elders and we introduced each other. And then we had like some sort of play or drama about our time machine.
Time machine. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Like based on my memory, it's pretty like in pieces now. Since 5 years ago, I don't have that much of a good memory. So yeah. So it was basically about I don't remember like this particular part because it was something about World War II, I believe, about young Bill. And then we had a time machine and we built it back into his childhood memory. And then we had like a chestnut tree and then how he was playing under it. And then he got hit with a chestnut and it dug into his scalp. And I think that was like one of the most part I actually remember in my deepest impression.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. So can you tell us a little bit about your good friend Vera, who was an elder in the program?
So during that time, I remember I had to say a sentence, which I kind of don't remember what it was, but I had a vocabulary in there that I really couldn't pronounce at that. So I hope you guys don't laugh now. So it was Japanese. Like I couldn't pronounce how to pronounce that, and I remember how every time I failed, like my classmate and teachers, they would actually giggle a bit, which that kind of hurted me because at that moment I wasn't really professionalized in English. So yeah, and then like I kind of felt pretty bad about it. And then Vera came up to me. She was like, at times in life, you may have times where you have to overcome difficulties, even like very little problems. And she would practice with me like a little bit, like sometimes when she had time, and she would comfort me and tell me that you don't have to worry about these little things. You can overcome them little by little. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
And so what did you learn from working with older adults? What were some of your insights about what it was like to work with an older generation?
Well, I think at first I really didn't think it was like something of an important thing or something that I would learn with because I was thinking that I was all full of pride and knowledge until I actually learned that sometimes the older one are actually really wiser than you think you are. Trust me on that. Like, I'm really serious. Like for me, like when I was like there, I actually really thought that I was actually really smart. And then until they told me other ways to do things and figure things out, I was like, I never do any of these things. So throughout these, I feel like young people these days, they don't interact much with elders because I feel like they're like probably like a burden, I would say, but that's like a really harsh way to say it, but I'm really sorry. So yeah, so but if they think of that, I want to correct them on that elders in your life, they would teach you more wiser decisions than you think. Because like for me, as an example, Vera, she did a really strong impact on me. And she actually motivated me to actually volunteer back in the senior center to like teach elders computers and fixing any computer issues for them. So I feel like that was something that she influenced me on, and it was something really important in life, like a milestone.
Thank you so much. Ms. Anna Liao.